All right. So the Flying Eagles of Nigeria have won their first game at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile. Congratulations, congratulations to the team. They defeated Saudi Arabia in an absolute thriller of a match. Not the best performance ever, but they got the job done, and the W puts them in good position when it comes to qualifying into the next round. Now, before we talk any further about the match, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. So yeah, Flying Eagles of Nigeria defeat Saudi Arabia by 3 goals to 2. A 5 goal thriller. Talking about the goals, I'll start with the Saudi Arabia ones, even though they came after the Flying Eagles ones. The 21st minute of the match, Saudi Arabia get the first equalizer. They had 2 equalizers on the day. This one made it 1-1. A long ball from the goalkeeper. They win an aerial duel, and a player appears in the box to tap it past Ebenezer Hackett. Then, in the 50th minute of the match, they get the second equalizer to make it 2-2. Another long ball situation. This time, it was a header right outside the box. Really good header, but our defender, I believe it was Ahmed Akinyele, who actually did make a couple of other mistakes in the game. He had the opportunity to head the ball, looked at it, looked like he was measuring it, but when he jumped for it, the player got to it first and beats Ebenezer Hackett. And I also felt like Ebenezer Hackett shouldn't be getting beat by that, but it is what it is. They get that second goal. I mean, they were fighters, Saudi Arabia. I felt like even with our last goal, which I'm about to get into, if it was a little earlier, who knows? Who knows? Even though we did change some things up, who knows what would have happened if they had a little bit more time. I think they're just a scrappy type team, Saudi Arabia. That's what it is. For the Flying Eagles, their first goal was scored in the 10th minute of the match. Saliu Nasiru gets the team going with their first goal of the competition. Suleiman Sani, the only player that was changed in the starting 11, gets that assist. I guess proves the coach right, or proves the fans right, who were saying the coach should have played him in the first match. But he gets the assist to get the team going. The second goal was from Amos Ochoche. It was a free kick. The 38th minute of the match, a free kick taken by Saliu Nasiru. Looked like a training ground type move that went wrong, really, because he made the run. The ball was played to him, played short to him. Looked like he couldn't bring it in, but last second he just strikes it. And what a strike it was. What a strike it was. Goalkeeper stood no chance. That is going to be one of the goals of the competition. I'm telling you, Amos Ochoche, that goal right there was beautiful. Like I said, looked like he lost it, but I guess I was wrong. He had it, and he just smacked it past the goalkeeper. Fine finish to make it 2-1 at the time. But then the score was made 2-2, and we had to wait to the 4th minute of added time to get that third goal, which came from the penalty spot. Osir Achichi, who came in the second half, he started the previous game, came in as a sub, puts a ball in the box. I think he was looking for Charles Agada, who also came in as a sub. I think Agada might have got his head on the ball, but it did hit the Saudi player square in the hand. Square, like there was nothing you could do to complain about that. His hand was in a way unnatural position, and the ball hit him, boom, right there. And I don't blame the coach, because the coach put in a challenge, like, hey, let's challenge this situation, but it didn't work out for him. We get the penalty, and Daniel Bamei, even you go back to the AFCON, I was 100% sure he was going to make that penalty. I mean, this is a player on the team that you can really count on. When people keep asking why he's on the team, it's for situations like this with all the pressure. He's going to step up and handle business like he did. So I was very sure he was going to get that. He puts the ball into the back of the net. We get the 3-2 win at the end of the day. For me, woo, kind of lucky. Let's keep it real. The Flying Eagles were kind of lucky. Saudi Arabia hit the woodwork like 2 or 3 times in the game. We looked all over the place defensively at times in the game, and it looked like we were playing basketball out there. You attack. Nah, you attack. You attack. It was like back and forth. Nobody controlled the game. It was back and forth action like a basketball game. So, yeah, that definitely didn't look good. But the game did slow down around the 70, 80-minute mark. I think both teams were basically tired at that time. But the Flying Eagles had a couple of chances. I believe that that Charles Agada chance that he had, that it looked like the ball might have gone out for a goal kick, and he goes for self. Then Tahir Maigana yells at him. I think that's a big moment right there, because Tahir Maigana just basically showed with his emotions that we're not playing here. This is not a game. This is pass the ball and let's win this game. This is not a joke. So I love that moment. Don't let him get away with that. He let him know right then and there that was ridiculous. Pass the ball, let's win this game. And you could see the sense of urgency picking up from the whole team once that moment went down. And that's how it's got to be when you're trying to be successful. You got to hold yourselves accountable. Now, speaking of being held accountable, I think the coach might have to make that change at the central defender position. Ahmed Akinyele, I don't think he's comfortable at that central defender position. You might have to keep the player that substituted him, Haruna Aliyu. You might have to keep him in for the next game. He brings the size. He looked calm in the time that he was in. So I think that might be a decision that should be made by the coach. Barabo Ariehi, I know a lot of people are down on him. I felt like finishing wise, he was poor. Let's just keep it real, with a couple of chances. But at the same time, you have to admit that the boy's been working his socks off out there. He's been working really hard for the team. You can't take that away from him. You can say he's been poor with his finishing, but his all-around work, I think he has been really good. He has been a pest out there. Hopefully somebody talks to him, tells him to calm down, because I think it's just more of trying to prove yourself a little too much out there. I think he's rushing things. But if they want to change him, it is what it is. Do we have a player that can change him? That's the question, because every time he's been subbed off, I've not seen a prolific striker come on the pitch. So that's the question also. Next up for the Flying Eagles will be a meeting with Colombia. That'll be the third and final group match of the competition, played Sunday night / Monday morning. But let me know your thoughts on the Flying Eagles win against Saudi Arabia. Put it in the comment section. And please don't forget to like this video. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.